Hello beautiful people, wonderful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Comfort Tudor and this is Gist with Comfy. If you're stumbling upon this channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Do what to hit that red subscribe button and the post notification bell. In that way you always get notified anytime I post a new video. Welcome back to yet another video. This is actually the first time we're meeting this year, and it will be right to say Happy New Year everyone. Thank God we have entered 2025, and I pray that all your heart desires this year be granted in Jesus' name. And I pray that God's goodness and favor shall be your portion this new year. And yeah, Happy New Year once again. So let's quickly move to today's video. I actually want to make it fast because again I'm at my shop, and anytime I'm here, you know how the sound and all the distraction that comes with it. So I'm just going to try my best to be fast so that I can be done with the video already. So on today's video, I actually want us to discuss about what is making rounds on the internet. Like, what is it? What is going on this new year? Like, what's the problem? So some days back, I saw a post about a lady that was a corps member in Abuja. If you don't know what a corps member is, that's NYSC. That's a normal 1 year National Youth Service Corps that we do here in Nigeria. So this lady was a corps member in Abuja, and then just barely some days ago she was actually murdered. So I'm going to try as much as possible not to use this word, and also to use this word so that YouTube will not flag our video. So I'm just going to try and look for a way to say things like unalive, or her life was taken away from her, things of that nature, just so that YouTube will not flag our video. On the 12th of January 2025, the lady in question, her life was taken away from her. And how did the thing get to the media? The guy in question is claiming to be her boyfriend, but her family members say that this is not the boyfriend. They know, they have come out with a person, they have come out with somebody that they claim was her fiance, but this guy is claiming that this was his girlfriend. And then how he was caught was that after he had unalived this lady, he actually carried the head in a sack bag and then was going somewhere which we don't know where he was going to. And then he climbed the bike, and the bike man was actually too smart to notice that blood was actually dripping from that sack bag. And then he kept quiet and then kept going with him until he got to where people were much, and then he raised alarm. They came out and they searched this bag, though it wasn't that easy initially, but when they searched this bag, they saw the head. I'm trying so fast not to go into details of the whole story because I obviously don't want this video to be too long, so that's why I'm actually going fast with it. I'm not really going into details of what really happened. So when he was caught, the mob actually wanted to finish with him there, but the police was actually informed because it was actually close to the police station, and that was how the police came and he was apprehended. He was taken to his house, and that was where they saw the most horrible thing I've ever seen on the internet. Like, when they got to this guy's house, they saw this lady's body parts. She was dismembered, like into tiny bits. According to the family, when they went there, that the pieces of this lady's body that was found was up to 50 pieces. It was more like somebody bought a cow and decided to dress it to cook. So this guy took his time and dismembered this human part into tiny bits. And then the worst part of it is that he took his time and deboned everything. According to the family, that he has a bench in his room that he uses as a chopping board, and then he had a knife, this knife that people used to use and kill animals. He had that in his house, and there's some other things. And then after dismembering this body and deboning it, he put them inside a bowl and then rinsed it very well, so it was more like he was preparing the body for consumption. So this was actually very horrible. It was a very horrible sight to behold. Even when the family members were called, and then they carried the body parts to the hospital, they had to use a stretcher and then arrange the body parts and then kept the head. Like, you cannot even fix the puzzle of this lady's body parts. And when I was still trying to process what was going on, I was like, even Eve, like, does this lady deserve to be murdered this way? Did we use the word? Does this lady actually deserve this? So it's just crazy because I was like, even if it was your girlfriend, because the guy is claiming that it was a girlfriend, she cheated on him, he wanted Indomie. And the funniest thing is that the storyline to these things are different. In an interview with TVC, he gave a different storyline. Also in an interview with AIT, he gave a different storyline. So this one is saying that he wanted to cook indomie for her. She was asking for 3,000 naira transport. He did not have to give her, and then he on a lifetime. On the other hand, he's claiming the lady was actually his girlfriend. He caught the lady cheating with other guys on a chat, and then he on a lifetime. So he's just having different storylines, and at this point I cannot really say that this guy was actually this girl's boyfriend. I don't actually know until proven otherwise. So, but even if it was your girlfriend, or even if she was not your girlfriend, like, I don't think any human being deserves this kind of death. And it's so horrible that they had to just pick the pieces of this lady's body and then just buried her like that. And then just immediately after burying that one, I think 2-3 days later, they still saw her intestine and other vital organs still outside and was already decaying. Like, this guy, and according to the story, guys, this guy is a gospel, or should I say was a gospel music artist, which I don't even want to lay claims to that because that's not the point. So after seeing this, I was just trying to understand what is really going on. Then I saw another one almost like a week after, just as we're still on this other matter, just some days after this one, on the 21st of January, another story popped up in Nairobi, Kenya, that a man unalived his girlfriend. Some persons are saying girlfriend, some persons are saying wife, but whichever it is, they are related, because the family members came up and said these people have been friends since childhood. How did this one happen? Almost the same thing with the one that happened in Nigeria. He beheaded the lady and then took the head inside a school bag. So this one's own self, you will not even think about it. Like the one in Nigeria, at least use a sack bag. So this one that was a school bag, the police, in the early hours of the morning, the police were still doing their patrol. They saw the guy passing with the bag. So they were more like searching for, let's see if he has drugs in the bag. They were not even thinking of seeing human head inside the bag. They were thinking they would see drugs or that kind of thing, because he was looking so responsible, like somebody that is going to work. So they just said, okay, let's search you. What's up with the bag? Okay, so when the police finally searched the bag, they said what actually captivated them was the fact that he rushed the bag. So the police were like, why is the guy rushing the bag like this? That means there is more to this than what we think. So they searched the bag and then they saw the head inside the school bag, well packaged. And then when they went to the house to carry out a search too in the house, they saw the dismembered body too of the girlfriend or the wife. So at this point I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? Like, why are people just taking lives that they cannot create? Like, what is it now? We just came into the new year and people are just taking laws into their hands. And the first one I talked about, the one in Nigeria, the guy is saying he's not even remorseful. He doesn't even feel bad for what he did. Like, what is the problem? And then when we're just trying to understand that one, another case popped up in Anambra about a man that also unalived his wife. His own is that this woman has given birth for him 5 children, 5 boys. I think the first one should be 16 years or thereabout. The first one is actually in senior secondary school. 5 boys. And then this man, after a misunderstanding or something, the man carried petrol and then poured it on the lady and then set her ablaze. Like, set the wife on fire. And then the woman started burning, and before she was rushed to the hospital, some days later the woman passed. Like, why is the storyline just concentrating on men killing women? Like, what is the problem? Okay, let's even assume that first one from Nigeria is also the girlfriend or thereabouts. Let's assume like it's the girlfriend. So all of them are in the relationship. Either they are married or they are girlfriend or they are fiancé, any of them. But that's the storyline. And they just keep killing these ladies. Like, what's the problem? The case of this Anambra man I'm even talking about is the one I really want to use as a case study, because this one is officially, like, everybody knows that this ones are married, and then she has given birth to 5 children, 5 kids for you. So let's say this one is an official thing. Let's talk about this one. Like, how sad will it be that you live with a man in the same house and it gets up to the point that the man starts threatening your life and you are still inside there, and you're telling me, and that's the part I don't always like to hear. I don't enjoy hearing that thing. I'm staying for my kids, I'm staying because of my children, I don't want my family to be divided because of my children. because of your children is actually going to inflict more pain on the children. Because if anything actually happens to you, let's assume, okay, let's use this woman as a case study. Now she's gone, her husband is apprehended. What happens to the children? Is it not worse now? But wouldn't it have been better if you had left the marriage on time and then go with your kids to wherever you're going to stay and start up a life? Wouldn't they still have a mother, at least a mother figure? And if not just having a mother, they will still know that their father is somewhere. Because if you're not still living with this man, it wouldn't have given him the privilege to kill you. Like, this is my problem with ladies. Please, if you are in an abusive marriage, or if you are experiencing any form of domestic violence, don't stay. You're saying you're staying because of your children. Your children did not tell you to stay. Carry them away. Move out. You cannot be in the midst of danger and you are saying you are holding up for your children. No, leave the marriage first. Leave the marriage. This holding up for children has killed a lot of women. Like, why do women still keep, like, even in this modern age, you are still there inside an abusive marriage or abusive relationship, and then you are saying you're holding up for children? Honestly, I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy about the fact that people are killing people and they are just doing this as if nothing is happening. That's why I decided to use this woman's one as a case study, because I don't want to talk about those ones that they are saying boyfriend, girlfriend and all of that. Let's talk about this one that's actually a marriage, and then these people are married with kids. And then the kids came out to say that this is not the first time. The father has actually used a bottle on the mother before. There were some other traits of violence. Like, you were experiencing it, because you're not going to tell me that the person just woke up one day and then unalived you. There must have been signs. You must have seen them. But you will just say, okay, I'm holding up for the kids so that the kids will not do this, so that the kids... You're not helping those kids, because once something happens to you, maybe the man killed you or something, the kids will still survive. So this is why I came out to make this video. I am just not happy about the way the things are, like the killings and everything is going on. I'm not just happy. So what are we going to do now? These people are gone, but for the sake of the people that are still alive, please, if you're in an abusive relationship or marriage, please leave. Your life is more important. Once your life is gone, you're not even going to come out to defend those kids that you're holding up for. There is nobody that will defend them for you. The law will still take its course. So please, if you're in an abusive marriage, leave on time. It's better to stay alive than to be dead, and then you are just dead for nothing. Because this is actually being dead for nothing. Like, what's the gain if you just die like that? So please, let's try our best. If you're in an abusive marriage, it's high time you leave. Talk to somebody, seek help. Don't just stay there and die in silence. That will be it for this video. I don't intend making it longer than this. So yeah, see you guys on the next one. For now, bye guys.